what's happening. We're up here checking out the car. Birds aren't real. Max's balls are out. Let's check it out.
Well, they used to be anyway.
So, we got a lot done. When I say we, I mean Matt and Dylan and Shane did. I have done really nothing. So, last video that was on my channel, and hopefully you've been following along with Matt's channel at Performance Fab. We didn't have an engine, or we did, but I didn't tell you what it was. It's a big block Chevrolet. So, let's go over here and check these out. These are awesome. Matt, Dylan, and Shane got the headers done. So, like, look at how good symmetrical these things look. Pretty awesome. I like them a lot. So he made a good video on explaining like how to build these headers. You should go onto his channel, Performance Fab. Watch it, it's good. You might learn something. These are all stainless. I don't know what kind of stainless.
It's 304.
304?
Yep.
Okay, so 304 stainless. Where do you, so you just source the header flanges from the United States, obviously,
yep.
and all the bends and everything all from the US?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we buy it's hard to buy everything from one place. You just finding who's got it in stock and whatnot. But like these flanges are from stainless headers. I mean, they're hard to beat for the money. You know what I mean? We could have got a billet flange, but we didn't need an O-ring in the flange. That really wasn't.
Yeah, because there's an O-ring on the head. Yeah. So
got some generic vanilla.
Yep.
Flanges.
And then
fancy Elmer collectors.
Elmer billet collectors. So, oh yeah, look at that. That's sweet, right? So we got the little. That's all billet. That's all
one piece.
All one piece, which proved to be a pain.
A little bit. Yeah, because you can't weld it off from the outside.
So, yeah, can't weld the whole thing from the outside. So he had to.
Yeah, I think we left this tube out.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
There you go.
So
down there.
3 in.
Yep. So there's 3 of them fully welded, and then the 4th one, Matt had to get a special little micro.
Yeah.
Look at that guy, right? ULS guys know all about micro, right? There you go. Just calm down, all right? Calm down. Yes, he's gonna finish that up, but probably gonna do that tomorrow, Tuesday or something. So these are just about done, and then they go to these pipes right here. Obviously, then he's gonna wind up, you know, once he welds that in there, he'll weld this up in here, and then put the wastegate in here. For the more technical version of this explanation, you watch Matt's channel, not mine, because I know fuel injection, I don't know how to weld. I know wiring, I don't know how to weld. So if you bring me a car to wire, don't bring it needing me to weld something, because I can't do it, right? Okay, good. All right, so what else we do? This is the correct engine for the car, right? Yep.
So now we got.
Yep.
Air jacks.
Air jacks are in the car. Well, the front ones are.
Yeah, front ones.
Yeah. Figure out the back ones in a minute. But the air jacks are in the car. So this will be kind of, for me, this will be sweet because they are like pretty much perfectly in line with the spindle, right? Just a tiny bit ahead of them, but they used to be back here. So when I made videos about the air jacks, you'd always see the back end of the car go way up first, and then it would pick these up. And it's because it's probably still going to do similar, but not as bad. But it's because back here it was a heck of a lot harder to pick up all that weight. Here it's got a little bit more leverage, so it should be a little bit more evened out. Right. So the car should go up a little bit more level. So that'll be exciting. Limiters, Racecraft. They are in the same plane as the strut. That's a big deal. Matt went over that in his video that you should have watched. So limiters are on, and well, they're just tacked in.
Yeah, we got to do some finish welding, but I'm just trying to make sure it all going to work. But we still got to get charge pipes through here, so we're just trying to get everything semi-mocked up. It's one of those things we got to do a lot of little stuff to make sure it's all going to work together in the end. So
right. Which leads us to this, right? So this was kind of a big undertaking, right? So if you don't know, This is a Larry Jeffers carbon fiber front end, right? So these are actually really cheap. Find these everywhere, dollar store, Kmart, Walmart. They're super cheap. So cutting them up is not that big of a deal at all. You know what I mean? Just lobbing the whole side of it off, no big deal. So, so since we have 3 more in stock, I'm kidding. Those things are extremely expensive and it takes like 16 weeks to get. So making light of a situation that was extremely stressful. But, so what's the plan?
Yeah, so the reason we're doing this is so downpipe's going to come out and come through the bottom. Well, we got to be able to take the front end off semi-easily. And
right.
So it's the best way to do it is keep this part fixed. That way you don't have to work around the downpipes, just slide on and off and have a huge hole or a slot. So this will be fixed to the car, permanent. We've kind of started. We got a little ways to go. We got the main frame and then we got to tie it off to the car. So that'll be solidly mounted on the car with the downpipe coming through it.
So like if we want to take this off, right, the carbon piece, we just got to take some button head cap screws out and that piece comes out. Then we could remove the whole downpipe if we wanted to or whatever. Probably do nutserts back here on the tabs, right? So we could do it without having to get your hand in there. That'd be nice. The downpipe is going to come out. It's super, don't look it, but there's a ton of room. They've already kind of got it mocked up. It's just about, but basically, I guess what's the process? You're gonna pick a spot for the hole.
Yeah, we'll pick a spot because I mean this is kind of the radius we're working with. It'll be something like that, and basically this 90 and another 90, and we're not running a big bullhorn or anything. We're going to kind of try to make it real clean. So it's probably going to end up being a little bit of a oval. We're not going to turn it to where it's like this. We want to make it to where it's kind of coming through backwards angle. Yeah. And then we'll just kind of slash cut it with a little space. Yeah, just give it a slash cut. I don't like the big bullhorns because they don't really fit into trailers very well. Especially this car. This car's wide.
And this car, I mean, this thing's got a big old ass, right? So like,
box bodies are very narrow.
These cars really wide, so it barely fits in the trailer as it is because I got a whole bunch of stuff in the trailer and like a side cabinet and whatnot. So, and if you know me, you know I like my trailer more than the car. So I'm not getting rid of my trailer. All right, so fix that to the car, then cut the hole.
Yep.
Then build the downpipe to it, right? So that's the order? That's the process? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and then, we just also got to make, so anything we use to fix the top side of the front end, we got to make sure it's not in the way. So that's why we're kind of having to do a lot of mock-up and just make sure everything's going to kind of work and jive together. Right,
so like if you put the downpipe just bam, and then you're like, wow, I wish it was a quarter inch, a half inch out of the way because we could have done whatever. Right. Then you're screwed, you got to start over. So it's a lot of mock-up, pull it off, take it, put it back on, pull it off, take it back on, over and over, yada yada. A lot of bullshit. It is what it is. It's kind of part of kind of why custom cars
cost a lot.
Cost a lot of money.
Back and forth,
over and over again. So then we're gonna put the gate somewhere about there.
Yep. Yeah, and we'll recirculate into the dump. Will go into the downpipe.
Perfect. So there's only going to be one hole here, as opposed to having two, and then they not line up, and then they look like crap. And I don't care who you are, they never look good with two.
It looks symmetrical.
Yeah, they never look good. Yeah. Like, just stop doing it. You know what I mean? So you're gonna use a little bellow.
Yeah.
Like a slip or double slip.
Yeah.
Okay. Slip. They made some air filter holders, right? So these.
So that's 7 inch.
Yeah, so that's 7 inch, and guess who doesn't make a 7-inch air filter? Anyone on the planet, apparently.
Or if they do, they're like...
Yeah, or if they do, they're gonna run into the throttle, you know what I mean? It's gonna be way out here, so...
that's a 5-inch.
So this is a 5-inch filter, and then they made this ring. This is, everybody in my other videos, like, always was like, man, where do I get that panel filter set up? Like, everybody wants that thing.
Yeah.
Matt could probably make these for you if he really wanted to. The panel filter deal was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the problem, I mean, like, as long as I know a decent size, I can make, because we don't weld this solid, that way a clamp will kind of have a little bit of room, but the problem with the panel filters is there's so many different size turbos, like just from brand to brand. Even if it's 5.5, some will have a bigger barb or something on.
Yeah, so you're screwed. So you can't just produce a whole bunch of them and then hope that everybody can buy one, right? So with this, it's like you can kind of fudge it a little bit, right? So, so air filters, we were just looking at the front end. We're gonna put, so all you aero guys, the geniuses, I'm sure that my YouTube feed is full of, and I'm sure that everybody's watching has done aero work for every company out there on Formula One teams or whatever, because that's usually what the comment section looks like. We want to put a NACA duct sort thing like somewhere about here on the hood that feeds air into the turbo, but then we want to be able to remove it and put a heat extraction vent that'll go here, so when we're driving down the road, the heat comes out. So one thing that anybody who's done enough drag and drive, one drag and drive with a not stock car will tell you is that heat is the killer, coolant temp's the killer, cooling system is number one, charging system is number two. That's how you keep these things alive going down the road. So the radiator, we've got these mounted here, right? And then Matt's made a new fan shroud for the old big hog leg ZL1 Camaro fan. So yeah, so there you go. So there's the new radiator. We're waiting for rubber isolators that are gonna go in here, which will step it up a little bit. But there's that old hog leg. And the fan will sit in here. So we've got a good bit of room, right? Because like the fan's gonna be dang near, probably only an inch off of this, right?
I would say inch.
And I mean, like, if you look, this is a fuel pump on the cam drive. So like, I mean, you've got more room than most people have, you know, with like a just all motor deal, you know what I mean? Like we've got tons of space, which is super nice. But the more space you have, in my opinion, the more space that you have between here and the engine, the easier it is to get this air to go away from the engine, right? So we're gonna have an oil cooler in the front. Wherever we cut a hole in the bumper and we duct to this radiator, we'll probably put the oil cooler there. That's why like the placement of the oil cooler hasn't really mattered yet. But the goal here is gonna be those turbos back there, they're gonna be drawing air from a hole in the hood going this way. And then when we're driving down the road, the filters will be on. The hole is gonna be somewhere about here. We need to get this air to come up and out so it gets away from the engine. So, all of you aero guys, NACA duct experts, brake cooling duct experts, wind tunnel operators, novice wind tunnel operators, please, this is me being genuine. If you've got a solution that you know of, let me know. We've got a 6 or 7 inch hole that we need.
We would like at least probably a 5, I would think, on the, you know.
Yeah, we'd like to have a 5. We've also got our friend Preston Anderson working on 3D printing some stuff. But maybe if you already have a file drawn and you want to hook me up, that'd be cool. If you don't, make sure you chime in on the comment section to tell me how I'm wrong and I'm an idiot and now I do everything wrong. So, all right, now we got a cool radiator. That's gonna work good. Where are we gonna put a fuel cell?
Somewhere here.
Somewhere about there, yeah.
The alternators and water pump will be on that side.
Yeah, so big alternator. And when I wire this car, I'll explain the new alternator system that we're gonna run on this. A little bit different than what we've ran on all the other cars, just because we have to do a counterclockwise rotation deal. But we'll offer the clockwise and counterclockwise alternator setup on our website eventually here. You know how I am with that. We're gonna run the water pump somewhere about here. So this area over here is gonna be kind of cluttered up, right? You know, we're gonna be kind of screwed over here. So the fuel cell for the methanol system is gonna have to go over there.
In here somehow.
Yeah, and kind of high, as high as we can, because you don't want to be below grade here because it won't suction, right? So you want to try to use head pressure to get this primed, and once this is primed, it's good to go. But so
I would say the lid, it'll be pretty good size on this. I don't play with it. I'll make some mock-up cardboard.
Yeah, it'd be cool if like the lid was right here to fill it up. So that'd be super easy.
That's kind of what I was hoping for. But then you get, like you say, you got cylinder, head pressure, then it helps push it out.
Right. So if you fill it like a quarter of the way full, it doesn't make a lot of pressure at the outlet. But if you fill it all the way full, if it's a pipe this big and it holds 10 gallons, there's a lot more pressure at the bottom of the pipe than if it's a pipe 3 times the diameter that is holding 10 gallons. There's less pressure. So
that's why I'd rather it be smaller, or narrower and taller versus short and fat.
Right, because
it makes it easier to get to, and
it stops the fuel slosh problem, right? It's like uncovering the pickup. You can't uncover the pickup if the pickup's the whole damn bottom of the cell.
Right.
You know what I mean? So okay, cool. So we're good there. Oh, let's show them. Let me get this out. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about this. We have got a trans tunnel and a transmission cover. So, if you watched Matt's video, which you should have, this is all titanium. Jake at Tinsley's Custom Coating is going to powder coat this. This is aluminum just because it had to be welded and so many different angles and whatnot. It's kind of hard to, you can't just make a break like that, you know what I mean? That's going to just clear all that stuff. So they welded it together, aluminum, and we've got some tabs right here for Zeus tabs underneath there, so we just put Zeus fasteners. Like I asked on Matt's video, if you do carbon fiber, I've already talked to one guy that I really would like to have do it, but he's a lot like I am, so he may just not want to do it. But if you do carbon fiber and you want to make this thing out of carbon fiber, let me know. So we can polish it up or clean it up or whatever you want to do. Or if you know a carbon guy, just trying to leave Mike alone because we're probably going to wind up switching over to run his wing. I got the motion shifter in there, necessity. What do we do back here? Oh, so that's right. So we cut the rear bumper out, and then they cut the metal out of here.
Yeah,
what did we save?
Yeah, because we cut the rear bumper carbon out, which had some of this stuff exposed, so we're just having to rework that to where we can redo the carbon underneath the car to where it flows the air out better.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get rid of the. I thought that rear bumper was hideous. I just wasn't all about it. And nothing again, some people loved it, whatever, but I didn't. So, and then we're going to come off of this bar here, right?
Yeah, and kind of at an angle.
Yeah, like at an angle. And it's gonna shorten up our trunk space, so I'm not going to be able to fit as many 40s back here. But, you know what I mean? It's going to go straight back to the bumper here. I mean, I think you could probably get at least a 12-pack of 4 Loco in here. We should be okay over there. Another couple Old English over there, we're good to go. So we got a fuel cell. So this is slick. You should have seen this on Matt's video, but if you didn't, it is this strap. We pull these 2 bolts out, and then the whole thing is going to come out. We're going to use some dry brakes from Racetronics, titanium ones. This is from Racetronics. This is their weld bung for an electrical connector. Very slick. What was that for? Oh, the vent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed a vent. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then a vent, and then, oh, this is the, yeah, that's right. That's the bung for the bottom side. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got the inside.
Yeah, that's right. And this will be the same Racetronics dual 255 pumps that we did in the old car. I'll go over that when we start putting the whole car together. I'm going to do a lot of detailed, like, instruction, informative, you know how I normally do videos, so about how we do all this type of stuff. What did we lose back here? Like 10 pounds? 12 pounds?
Yeah, just the factory sheet metal was like 8 that we cut off. So, and then obviously some more tubing that we don't have to. And we're probably going to trim a little bit more off once we get it on the lift, and you can kind of see what else we got in there. Try to lighter, get her as light as possible.
Yeah, trying to lose as much weight as we can. We can take this fuel cell out. So this fuel cell with the pumps and the filter and the regulator all built into it is going to weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 pounds. Yeah. This hitch weighs like right at like 20 or 18 or 20 pounds. The hardware, we didn't weigh the hardware. So let's just call the hitch with hardware 20 pounds. They welded nuts in here, so I can come in here, move my 4 Locos, right? Hit this with an impact, rip these bolts out, drop this hitch, and knock 20 pounds off the back bumper. Then take these 2 bolts out, knock another 20 pounds right off of the back of the car. We're saving 40 pounds. We're yeeting and skating, you know? So, oh yeah, and then there's the transcool.
Trying to figure out a place to put it.
So we're reusing this from the old car. A lot of stuff we're reusing from the old car, but because it worked, so there's no point in replacing it, you know? A lot of work has been done on this thing. What did we decide? Oh yeah, that's right. The rockers were Zeused on, and that's fine for a race car, but like driving down the road, I was like, man, I have no need to have to take them on and off. So put a few tabs in here. Jake, if you're watching, I'm sorry, buddy. Got to fill some holes. It is what it is. Don't worry, these are not the only two. There's plenty more where that came from. But anyway, so we'll use some black. You know, we'll put on some black, or actually might leave them stainless, because when the car is white, it might blend in better as stainless. You know. So there'll be a couple of button head cap screws that hold the rocker on, and then there'll be the same matching button head cap screws that go here to hold this piece of this on here. You know. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and we are making progress. Does anybody notice if there's something missing here? Something missing here. Let me know if you figure out what's missing up in the front of this car. So, all right. I'll probably update this next week or something. So, see ya.